Fuck, I'm dragging myself. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, what's up? I'm Tia, and today I'm going to be talking about Aquarius suns. If you guys are interested in seeing my last video that is astrology related, you guys can watch my Capricorn likes and dislikes video. I will leave linked right up here. And honestly, I feel like that's a convenience to you. Like, you don't gotta go look for it if you're interested. I'm just like putting it up there for you to click on. So like, I'm handing you a bone, you can hand me a bone by subscribing to my channel. And since we're like talking about subscribing, you guys can also like this video too. That'd be like really cool. But anyway, let's just get right into the video. Disclaimer, it's not really a disclaimer, I'm such a piece of shit. Actually, if I'm looking down, it's because I have an entire list of things I want to discuss, because Aquariuses are very interesting fucking creatures. This video is not going to be like my likes and dislikes. It is going to be like my thoughts and feelings and observations and opinions of Aquarius suns. Again, this is not about moons or risings or Venuses or anything like that. This is just about Aquarius suns. So yeah, let's just like get into it, like I said before, because like I'm just talking and ramble. Okay, the first thing I have on my list, and I have realized this with every Aquarius I know, is that they are extremists. And what I mean by that is that there is never a gray area with them. It's either black or white. It's either they love you or they hate you. It's either they think you're fucking disgusting and they can't stand to look at you, or they want to eat your ass like a cupcake. There is really no in between with. And I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I think that it can be quite useful, because you're always going to know their exact opinion on things and people. And I would rather know if someone likes me or hates me. I don't want any of that bullshit, lame foo-foo, like shit. I want to know how you feel about me. I don't want you to be beating around the bush for shit, and that is exactly what Aquariuses don't do. So, but yeah, there is never a gray area with them. The next thing on my list is that they're not good liars. Aquariuses, y'all fucking suck at lying. And here's the thing with that: y'all really think that you don't lie. You think that you are so honest and so pure and so kind, and you may be all of those things, but you do that thing and you probably invented that thing, and it's where you don't lie, but you just don't tell the whole truth. You know what I mean? Like, let's just put an example out there. Like, you are meeting an Aquarius, you guys start talking, start liking each other, and let's say the Aquarius goes out to a bar one night, but you guys aren't exactly dating, so they don't really have to tell you everything about their life, you know? But let's say at the bar they ran into their ex, had a couple shots, danced a little bit, but then at the end of the night, when you ask them how their night went, they're just gonna say it was great. But those may be some details that you might be interested in, but they didn't really fucking lie. They said they had a great night. They probably fucking did. So did they really lie, or did they just not tell the whole truth? Like, that is up to you to how you feel about it, but you guys cannot deny that y'all just don't tell the whole truth. I really feel like that comes back to bite a lot of you guys in the ass, because then information later, it doesn't have to be today, it doesn't have to be tomorrow, it could be in 5 years from now, but sooner or later the entire like story that you just didn't give the whole truth about ends up coming out, and you're like, oh yeah, I didn't mention that, did I? Oops. Yeah. Oops. Next thing on my list is that they are emotionally unavailable after a serious breakup. Granted, that is everyone after a serious relationship. But the difference with Aquariuses is that they can be players. They can play the field very well. A lot of people genuinely like Aquariuses. They are outgoing people. They can be extremely charming. So the problem with them after a serious relationship is they try to suppress their fucking emotions, and they try to like pretend that they don't have them. So when they go out and they try to find like a new boo, or they find someone that they like, they end up realizing that they don't really like them, and that they might still actually be fucking hurting from like the last relationship they had like 10 seconds ago. So that's like part of the reason why Aquariuses have that reputation of ghosting people, because they start to realize that you're not the one for them. They were just trying to get over an ex, or they realize that they actually still have feelings, or they realize they just really didn't fucking like you. They were just low-key like using you for a minute. Not really so much using you, but they just didn't really realize their actual feelings because they suppress them. They don't want to think or deal with them. My next point is that Aquariuses can really stand up for themselves, and I don't mean just for themselves, I mean for people that they love and that they care about too. I feel like Aquariuses very much will be the ones, let's say they're in a room with a bunch of people that don't like you, and they're really close friends with you, or they love you, or they're in a relationship with you, or whatever the case may be, your family, or whatever the case may be again. And everyone else is talking bad about you, but you're not there. I feel like Aquarius will be the first person that will speak up on your behalf, try to defend you, not slander and join in on them talking bad about you. I feel like they will really have your back, and they can really stand their ground. They have a voice and they are not afraid to use it. And I realize that almost every Aquarius that I know is very family oriented, that they just love their family. Usually, even if they don't have the best relationship with their family, they're very much blood is thicker than water type of people. They're also a very independent people. I feel like every Aquarius that I know is just fine being alone. They get things done by themselves. They want to, make it on their own. They don't want someone else handing things to them. They don't want to be fed on a silver spoon. They want to work hard and earn things themselves. This is something that I am a Leo sun, so I know a lot about Leos. Aquariuses are my sister sign. If you guys don't know anything about sister signs, I will make a video about that if you guys are interested in that. But basically, we have a lot of things in common, and I kind of have to compare the two on my next topic that I want to say, because I wrote down that they are most likely to have a God complex. And what I mean by that is that Aquariuses have a God complex, but not in the way that Leos have one. I feel like Leos just have a very large ego. We kind of are born thinking we are the greatest thing ever, that we can do anything better than anyone else. Like, we kind of that's just in our blood. But Aquariuses are different in the sense that they have a God complex because of the fact that they think they're so different than everyone else. Or they have a hobby or a passion. They think that they are better than everyone else in that category that they focus on. For example, I know one Aquarius who plays football. He thinks he's the best football player that's ever lived on this earth. That's none of my business. I know an Aquarius who thinks they can rap. They think they are the best in the town they live in. I know an Aquarius who sells drugs and he thinks he's Pablo Escobar. So I mean, they just think that they are so good at, no matter what the thing is that they choose to like dabble in, they are like better than anyone else. Which, if you are just meeting an Aquarius, you may think that they are self-absorbed, but it's like in a different sense than a Leo, because a Leo just has like this egotistical thing about them. Fuck, I'm dragging myself. But Leos just truly think that they are the best. It's not really like they have to like tell everyone and like convince people. Like, they just think that themselves. But Aquariuses really like can tell people like, I'm the best. Like, they're very vocal about it. Which, I mean, Leos are, you guys get what I'm saying. Like, I can go back and forth this all day. But regardless, like, we both kind of like have a big ego, and it's cool or whatever, Kind of going back on like one of my other topics that I said, where they're very charming, they are outgoing. With that being said, they have a lot of friends and a lot of acquaintances, but they still only really truly have like one or two good friends. I wouldn't say that they have big friend groups. I don't really think that that's how they like to move. I feel like they truly believe like 4 quarters is better than 100 pennies type of situation. Kind of starting to go into like where the internet is like so basic about astrology, where like they're like, oh, Aquariuses are so cold-hearted, and like that's a fair statement, although I just feel like Aquariuses are very emotional people. They just like to pretend that they're not. They like to pretend that they don't feel things, or they don't like to show their emotions, which can lead up to them having a bad temper or having like hella emotional breakdowns. Maybe not hella, but definitely a few throughout the year, because they just bottle up their emotions so much and they try to show like they don't have any. But that can really lead to like a bad temper and like I said, breakdowns. But I do think that an Aquarius in a relationship is so much different. I have personally dated a couple of Aquariuses in my life, and I know a lot of my friends who have dated Aquariuses in their life, and they, in a relationship, they are very much open to love, and they are open to sharing how much they love you. They are open to telling you how they feel about you. But again, I can see why people think they're so cold-hearted, because when I think about it, they don't really talk about what's bugging them. They don't talk about anything other than loving you, actually. I can see why people think that they are cold-hearted and distant and unemotional and detached and have no soul. But really, it's just like they like to play it off that way because they don't want to get hurt. They don't like to talk about their feelings, but in reality, they do feel things. They just don't want to talk about it with you. And I mean, I can understand that, you know? I feel like that's also why Aquariuses ghost people, is because like they don't want to like hurt people's feelings, or they don't want to hear about people's feelings, or they don't want to express their feelings like, oh, like I don't want to talk to you anymore because like I'm still in love with my ex. Or like they'll ghost you because like they just like don't want to deal with it, you know, because that's like an emotional thing for some. It may not be emotional to them, it could be emotional to them, that's why they're doing it, but they also don't want to listen to like other people's feelings either. Like feelings are just like not an Aquarius's thing, like they're just not really about it. I feel like this is also something that the internet says a lot, that they are inconsistent people, and I can 100% agree with that. I have always said Aquariuses are very wishy-washy people, and I say that because they are inconsistent and unpredictable, and that is because, again, it kind of goes with like how they suppress their feelings and like don't like to talk about things, because I feel like they're very moody. And they do things, like they'll say things but like do another, but because like they're moody, like they'll say they want to go somewhere but then like not text you and ghost you because like they're having a bad day and they just don't want to go out, but they don't want to tell you about it. Yeah, I think they're like moody. The last thing I have on my list is that they are players, and the reason I put this on my list is because when they are not in a relationship, they're like very much single. I feel like they can be very charming, they are outgoing, they have this aura to them that you're just kind of drawn to. They're outgoing, they're outspoken, but I think they're not playing people just to play people, how like some people may be doing that. I feel like Aquariuses, when they're like playing the field and they're single and they're not tied down, it's because like they truly just want love. Aquariuses really just want love. They're a loving sign, even though they don't show their emotion. So I don't really understand like the stigma where people are like, oh, like they're so cold-hearted. Like I understand how that may come across, but like they are very much like wanting to find love, and I think that they do like believe, whatever. Just because I say that they're players does not mean that they are players in a relationship. I do not think that Aquariuses are like the cheaters of the zodiac. My thing is, and my theory, and I've talked to a couple of Aquariuses about this, is that I'll give you an example. I'll paint the picture for you, okay? So like I said, that they're not like cheaters. Okay, so say you're dating an Aquarius, okay? And let's say you have an argument with them. They're starting to feel some type of way. Like maybe like it's an argument about like they're like, maybe you are good friends with your ex or something stupid like that. Not that that's stupid, but whatever. Or let's just say like, or like another example was like they saw someone weird in your phone and now they're like, oh, who the fuck is that? Okay, so they're feeling some type of way. I feel like Aquariuses are not the type that'll go out and cheat on you. I feel like they will be the first people though to hop in someone else's messages, like someone they find attractive or that they used to talk to, or maybe like an ex they will go to talk to, but they won't actually go out and physically cheat on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that that's not a like cheating, you know, like it's not really like, they just want to like make sure that they can still get it if they wanted to. Like, they need a little ego booster. Also want to know that they still got the juice and that it's not them that they're fucking up. Like, they want to make sure, like, you know, they want to make sure that they still got options just in case like they fucking up by being with you. I also think like they'll do it out of like trying to find happiness by like trying to like confide in someone else about you maybe, or like even if it's not like they're talking about you and they're just talking about like their day or whatever the fucking case may be, I don't think that they're gonna go out there and actually physically cheat on you. They just want to know that they still got the sauce and that, you know, like just because you angry doesn't mean everybody else is angry and being dumb, like, you know. Okay, so that is the last point for my video. I hope you guys like this. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on my next one. Subscribe. Bye!